we were talking about how do you neutralize the bad energy that you were getting then, hearing all the stories, people were calling you for consultation. So you would probably be catching the negative energy that they have, right? So how do you neutralize that? How did
See,
you use it?
I told you the lines which are there, when I pass there, I get a vibration. Yeah, this is where this energy is bad.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm not talking about that.
Hmm.
After coming back from their homes,
Yeah.
you will probably have some
It will
amount
be
of
there.
negative.
That will be there. See, that's what I'm saying. When I'm moving there, I get a vibration and I know some bad energy. When I coming back home, that energy is there in me. So
Then
we
how
need
do
a lot
you
of
neutralize
cleansing.
that?
See, that is where I got the gift of my guru. I don't know how many times I would have chanted different cleaning mantras, Saptashuddhi and all that in my life. How am I chanting Paranabana Vyanodhana Samaname Shuddhyandam Jyotiraham Rajavi Batma Vibhaya Sanga Swaha Vakmana Chattu Srotra Gnana Jikware Do Buddhyagati Sangalpame Shuddhyandam? How is it coming just like this? Which I must have chanted millions of times, right? Om Bhurbo Swahatat Savidur Varenyam Bhargo Devasthi Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. It's not chanting, it's feeling. It's cleansing. The Saptashuddhi, how do a priest able to say that, hey, God, come here. Hey, Rakshasa, go from here. Priest is powerful than the God. Otherwise, priest cannot ask the God to come when he wants, right? Avahanam, Udvahanam possible only when I am having more power than Devi Bhagavati.
God. Yeah.
I had that feeling of getting God wherever I want. I can come and sit here. If I say, Goddess will come and sit here in front of me. See, sometimes that ability you get because you have continuous practice which you do. Not that alone. See, that's why I told my guru, took his hand and then put on my head and then keep saying, whatever I gained in my life, whatever my guru parampara has given to me, whatever little chanting which I have done in my life, anything good which I have got, he was a great tantri, no? Not a small person. All that what I have got, I am giving you. What else is required in life? Can you imagine somebody who must have put head on different places and got dakshina from thousands of people for doing puja? When he does it, he was crying literally and then saying no. And that is what. Yesterday I was taking Bhagavad Gita. I don't know whether you attended.
No, sir.
Shadhimam Tvam Prapannam. The Bhagavad Gita's 2nd chapter, 7th sloka. Karpanyadoshopahatasvabhava. That when he surrenders to Bhagavan, what Bhagavan has given is what I got from my Guru.
Otherwise, you cannot be you. Otherwise, the things that you told me, I can digest that, but you know, they have a very great momentum which is very difficult to handle.
So it comes only probably. I had a mix of different things. One is great Guru. I was Agnihotri for long years. I had that inquisitiveness to learn, go behind learning. I went to meet Swami Vedabharati just for half an hour traveling from I don't know whether it was in Kerala, I think. Kerala to Chennai and back. What do I get? Nothing. Just half an hour meeting. That's it. What for? Nothing. I just want to meet you. That's it. I don't think somebody travels even today with all the luxury to meet me. They don't even travel 10 kilometers to come and meet me. Understood? It's rare. We have rare people. I don't say that nobody does it. There are many people do that. But I did that for not. I don't know what he was. Great, that great thing and all. Not. I did not read. But there was something which was attracting. And I am 100% sure that would have made him to make me to sit beside him for dinner. Otherwise, people used never don't even.
He must have seen something really special or something unique in you, which you may not be knowing.
When I used to record the discussions, whatever I am having with him. Immediately he was telling, I also do it and you are also doing it. No. See, that's a passion which he has, that's a passion which I have. So that's a match, that's a frequency match, I'm saying. That's where he is able to identify me among a large group, right? See, otherwise, India International Center, 400 people, the last bench, one person like me is sitting. I don't have a great aura for somebody else to recognize me and all that. But after the lecture, he said, yeah, Shashikumar, you come. We will have discussion. Where probably I'm sure there may be another 300 fellows who are ready to take him to anywhere for a dinner if they get a chance. But whereas he is offering me a dinner, I don't even have that money to pay on those days for a dinner in the India International Center. I don't even have a vehicle to travel. So somebody else took me there. Probably when I was in central government, I had that privilege of having vehicle. But when I went to university setup I don't have. University director doesn't have any hold in Delhi. Okay, I would have used my different contacts, but I did not do that. There are great politicians from Kerala who is at the central government, had ministership and all that also call me, I want your, stay with me for some time, let us go to temple together, I want you to travel with me, because they have a panic tension before the election also, right?
Like that. So actually I noted down so many things to ask, but now I'm having a brain for listening to so many things and in one go. Okay, my first question is how is the mental state of the person different from the emotional state of the person?
Mental is what? Mind is what? Thought process is moving. Emotion is what? See, I wanted to eat something. That is an emotional feeling. Mind will start thinking, is it good? Is it made from a purified water? Will it spoil my health?
Okay.
Now, emotionally, I feel crossing a river which is actually cutting blades. That speed, it is moving. I wanted to jump.
Very fast.
Yeah, I wanted to jump there. Probably I wanted to cross that river. Emotionally, it feels thrilled, But definitely the brain will ask, what will happen if I am flood away? Emotion will not think about that. It's the logical brain.
Emotions are more impulsive.
Emotions are accident, impulse. Just that moment what you want. Logic is not there. I want. That is emotion. Whether it is correct or not, whether it is logical, that's a different one. I want to speak to somebody. I don't even know whether I know the language of that person or not. Understood?
Understood. Sir, but my doubt is, generally people say that, not people actually, generally it is said that emotions are made by mind, right?
That is a confusion. Mind is not. Mind is manas. When you read English, probably there is a lot of confusion because there is no manas in English literature. No Western philosophy has got manas. As far as we are concerned, manas is there. Okay. Manas has emotions. How do you transfer this word what I said? Manas has emotions. How do I transfer it into English? The mind has emotions. That's where the confusion, because manas doesn't have a translation in English.
Right.
So if I want, everybody knows there is an emotion. So if I wanted to translate manas has emotions, we understand manas is somewhere to heart. And my heart burns, my heart pains, heart jumps. When I wanted to meet somebody, my heartbeat will change.
Definitely.
Right? So where is that emotion? That emotion is there in the manas. But how do I tell this in English? My mind is
In English,
blowing with feelings, right?
my mind is excited.
Excited. My mind is blowing with the feelings.
But
Okay, next I wanted to say, I wanted to solve a problem.
Okay.
I am not able to solve it. My mind was on that for a long time. Where do you keep your hand? You cap your hand here and then say my mind is. So where is your mind? Buddhi is the mind. That is because buddhi and manas is confused where thought process happens. Thought generates from manas. But every human being is human, social. We are all social beings. Accidentally, we don't work. I have a feeling to do something. Immediately, my buddhi will start clogging and saying that no, don't do it. That is because that is how we have been conditioned from childhood onwards.
Right.
As a small child, if they have seen something very good, immediately grab. Because manas is only working, buddhi is not working. We wanted to do something which our manas says, immediately somebody will ask, buddhi, are you not thinking? Is it the way to react to somebody? Because we have been kept on conditioning our feelings. No, don't do it. It's not correct. This is not the way to do it. So our buddhi is where the thought process happens immediately after the thinking of something to have some feeling, some emotion. I want comes, buddhi will start overpowering and say that no, don't tell that I don't want. Or tell that I don't want. So therefore we have a confusion. Where is it happening? Traditional Bharatiya Shastra doesn't have confusion. Manas is manas, buddhi is buddhi. Western system, if you start reading translated knowledge or which comes from Western, then this confusion will happen. I have no confusion. But when you read English, when I interpret English, you will have confusion. Got it? Yesterday I was reading, I was talking on Bhagavad Gita, I was telling, attachment is what is bandham. I have an attachment to Asha, that's why I am talking to you. But attachment is not bondage. If you call me, I will answer. If you don't call me, I will not answer. If you want, I will speak. If you don't want, I don't speak. You understood? Oh, it did not happen. No problem. It doesn't happen, that's it. That worry is not there.
Did it happen?
If something doesn't happen, it's okay. If it happens, it's fine. Understood? That is what English translation it's called a detachment. In actual translation, it is called bandhanam. Attachment is not bandham. Attachment is bandhanam. As per Bhagavad Gita. But attachment, when you translate, it becomes bandham. So bandham is there, but bandhanam is not there. But English, there is no different word. Bondage we don't generally use. We use only attachment. Actually, what is to be used? Bondage is what is to be used. But how many people translate bondage as attachment? They keep using both together and confuse people. These are all because
bondage is generally used when you don't actually like that person. Like if one person like the other person, but he or she doesn't like him, so
see, that is what I am saying. I like flower, but without plucking, my mind is not at all satisfied. I have a
right.
I have a bondage, right? It need not be between person to person. Attachment. See, without telephone is not working. Oh, finished. My life is gone. Nothing like that. If it doesn't, no problem. 10 days it doesn't work. No problem for me. If it is there, I may use it. That's a different matter, right?
Right. And next is how is this spiritual energy of different individuals? It said that some people can actually see their auras, right? Auras of other people. Um, so, is there anything that actually um, that actually help people to increase the goodness of their aura other than this chanting and all other things? Because I have heard that there are certain people who don't actually follow any religious or any ritualistic practices, but they still have that very high spiritual energy.
See, your aura is nothing to do with your spirituality. Aura is nothing to do with your rituals. Every animal also has got aura. Trees have got aura. Even object like a Rudraksham has got there is an electromagnetic energy. Sunlight has got energy, no?
No, sir, the feet, the amount that they have.
Yeah, whether I can increase it by with my it's all assume that I have got a bottle, okay, in which some items are kept. I can maybe if that is soap with a little water, when I shake it well, it increases. But does it stay like that? After some time it will come down again, settle it, right? The forms is what we are seeing as an aura in our life. It's like a form around us. It's not very static. It will not stay. It's like a dynamic thing. In a very good environment, in a good system, when something happens, assume that I am very happy, I have got a high aura. A day I am so dull, probably my aura will come down. But there is another way. What happens? Over a period of time with my rituals and chantings, when I chant, definitely there is an excitement in me. My electromagnetic energy will start jumping from its outer orbit to the next excited orbit. So every electron jumps to the external orbit to an outer orbit, it increases its volume. So definitely the aura increases. That can be chanting, it can be thoughts, it can be music, it can be my excitement. If seeing somebody, I may get excited. That all can happen. But then does it stay in that outer orbit, come down? It will come down. But every day you have this, definitely what will happen? These energies, these outer orbits also will start playing its own role. Without thoughts also it will start jumping. So it becomes your, see, that's how your habit becomes your character. Habit is what is temporary, but once you have that habit for longer time, it becomes your character. That means you have that with you. So once you have that with you, what will happen? Even if you are excited, nothing changes in you. You are the same. That is what is Sthita Pratnavastha. So once you get into that Sthita Pratnavastha, I may pretend that I am angry to you. But my heartbeat doesn't change. I may pretend that I have got lot of love to somebody else. Yeah, very good, well done. But that is only, a temporary appreciation. Because it doesn't excite me too much. Right? Scolding also doesn't excite. Vita, Raga, Bhaya, Krodha means all this. That doesn't mean when somebody gives a beautiful, buttermilk, yeah, I enjoy it. That is there. But if it is, I am enjoying, if I tell it, it is good, right?
Yeah, the other person also gets it. Feeling of
that is because I had that behavior changed into my character. Probably I scold somebody. Immediately I smile. It doesn't hold in me because it's already like a sand dune, which is already established state of shape. So that keeps happening to each one of us, but that will not happen to any other objects, or maybe that is how some bimba gets lot of energy, because kept on dumping energy into that. lot of people go on circumambulation, so it gets a lot of energy. So the aura of the bimba increases because many people are taking circumambulation, contributing to that.
Okay, doctor. When I was going through the book, I did not have much knowledge about this subject at all. I have heard about aura, but nothing more than that. So I was googling and I got to find out a company called Synergy Environics, and it is headed by a man called Ajay Kodal. He must be in his 60s now. He's an IITian, and he actually has a company that makes non-intrusive solutions to combat this geopathic stress. It's one of the biggest companies in India, right? India, I think so, yeah. So he was telling so many experiences that he had encountered when he was starting a company, an LPG plant of his own. Okay, so he installed almost 6 machines in his plant, but one of them kept at a particular place was, it kept on breaking down, again maintaining, again breaking down, and that process continued. But that machine did not produce any fruitful results to the person. So he researched a lot on this topic, and that's how this company, Synergy Environics, was formed. And it manages the geopathic stress, actually suffered by the people. So, have you ever thought about something like that when you were doing this?
I'll tell you one example. When small children, when they are kept to sleep on a beautiful bed, you can see sometimes they roll and then go and sleep somewhere else.
Some babies do not like, even said that babies like the rocking cradle, right? But there are some babies who do not like that. Whenever if you put the baby inside that, they will cry.
Yeah. Actually, I did a lot of such experiments in finding out where the baby has to be made to sleep.
Okay.
Wherever geopathic stress is not there, you make the baby in a cradle there, they will sleep peacefully. If the baby is crying continuously, shift the cradle to some other place and see where it is comfortable.
Okay.
Probably that they are in a geopathic stress. Children, as babies, we all had this ability. But what we do, parents will drag us back onto the same bed, put both side pillow. Therefore, we fall sick later. So I did these experiments in some places. Used to go to some, children's ward after delivery. I called them, shift this, whether the child cried yesterday. Such experiments were done. These are all geopathic stress. Can you stop it? If there is a drainage pipe, if I start closing it, what will happen? I am not powerful than the flow of the energy. So what I can do is, why should I construct a house inside the river? I can always find a place nearby, right? Or maybe give a diversion to that. That diversion is what we do by planting trees, putting some items, or maybe it can go through the wall. So my wall will be kept in such places. So we have always a safer place. That's what we do by Vastu. Maybe a small hole is good enough. There are some small holes in the houses where the energy can flow.
So I was going to ask the next question on all.
These are all part of that. I did that in different, I'll tell you, there is a great hospital in Palakkad in which many patients died in few best cesarean, the surgery rooms. To demolish and reconstruct it will take a lot of money. It's not that simple. So I went there to find out what went wrong there. So that is how what we do. We went to biotech labs where injections were given to rats, rabbits and all for actually proving the medicine. You give it to animals. How do you know the animal will not speak? The behavior patterns are seen, place them at different places. They should not be, they have to be protected out of this geopathic stress to check what is affecting them actually. So I went to hospitals. I remember one of the best hospitals in Palakkad. I went only for this purpose to that hospital. See, they were telling there is ghost there. So many different names will come.
Okay, so coming to ghost, in cinemas and in real life also, we have seen many haunted houses. Like Right. So have you ever come across
These are
any
all
such
these are all
incidents?
similar things only. There are many places. There were haunted houses in Hyderabad which they couldn't sell for years together.
Huh.
It's small change can make them to sell that place. I used to tell you, give me the all worst house free of cost. Let me have the ghost also with me, right? It doesn't affect.
Sir, in Vastu Shastra, there is I don't know about much, but I have heard about this Brahma Sutram.
See, actually, all these
some-
geopathic lines, all these are part of Vastu Shastra.
Have I told the correct one? Is it called as Brahma Sutram?
There are different sutram. Sutram, pada, and all are different.
Okay.
See,
No, I was asking whether these, they will make the different holes in particular
that's what I'm saying.
directions, right?
These are all called sutras, sutrota. In Malayalam, it's called sutrota, the whole of sutra. Sutra means path. Actually, the sutra means path.
Okay.
Okay, so different paths are there. Elephant path. So many different paths are there.
Okay. In Vedic science, in Vedic maths also you have sutras, right?
Yeah,
So
sutra.
that means that they are the paths to do that.
Paths to do that, yeah.
Paths to solve a particular problem.
Yes. Sutra means it's only a trick.
Okay, that's interesting.
So sutrota means I know how to get rid of this problem. That's a trick. Jugad.
Yeah, I have seen that in one of my relatives' houses. They have recently put this sutrota. So I was asking, why did you do this? But they did not know much about that.
That's it. So we know, okay, you make a small hole here, your whole problem will be solved. And imagine some places like that when there are big problems and lot of money has to be spent, we will tell them do this. They do it.
But they were saying that, that hole needs to be refilled after 2 or 3 years because that thing doesn't suffice the main problem that they are undergoing.
No, it all depends on which place, where, what, when, how, why it happens.
Seriously,
See,
extra details also.
even today when we have a great temple with a lot of energy creation is to be done there, a telecommunication master, maybe a BSNL, Airtel or whatever supply you have got for signal, that is good enough to change that energy level in the temple also.
So, my question
There
is
are
that
good scientific papers to tell how much energy a TV can produce inside your house, how much energy an microwave oven can produce. All of them generate a lot of energy waste. So there were experiments. I also presented a paper in one of the scientific conference in ISRO where energy can be measured using this, and then there were references made by different people on different radio magnetic energy levels which hazardous to people. See, most of the electronic equipments we have got a chain which you have to hold it once in a while so that your static electricity is earthened. Otherwise, when I repair something, electronics equipments will give me a lot of static electricity. So I have to earthen it once in a while. That earthening is either touching on the wall, but that is not good enough when you are in an insulated place. Generally, there are some doors when you open it, you get a shock. That is because electromagnetic energy, AC is there, fan is there, lights are there, definitely it throws energy, it goes and catches in the metallic bolt. Otherwise, you don't have, the ground floor is also insulated sometimes. You put lot of carpet, what will happen? It goes and settles there. When you touch it, it catches you. So you need earthening. These are all scientific. These are all scientifically done.
Okay, so are these Hartmann lines similar to this sutra?
Same, the grid path Hartmann line. The German people called it as Hartmann line. We call it as sutra.
Hartmann line.
Yeah, Hartmann line.
Okay, so in Indian context, that is this sutra.
Same. The path which I identify, and then that is where it is identified by making the cat, dog, different animals to move and then see, oh, Generally, it is said the cat will walk only on Hartman Lane.
Yeah, it likes negative.
Negative. There is nothing called the negative and positive. I like it, therefore I call it as positive.
Okay.
So it is me as a human being, I am calling it is positive because that is good for me. What is negative? Is there anything negative and positive? LDF will call UDF as positive. No. They will call it as negative only, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's relative.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for a cat, that path is the best path.
For
Because
dog it is different.
Yeah, for dog it is entirely different. So what do we do when a cat comes and sit beside our I am not talking about a pet cat which is harmonized for our life. That's different. Otherwise, when it comes and so when it is sitting beside my chair, what do? I will push them. Immediately they will come and back and sit again. Actually, what we should do is we should shift our place of sitting. Then cat will not come back.
Okay. Then how does bad omens, illness and health related to this?
First of all, it is psychological.
Actually, may I tell you something? When I was reading the book, there was a heading called Health, Illness and Bad Omen. But regarding health and illness, there were some content related to that. But about bad omens, there was nothing in that paragraph.
I left. Because what is bad omen is for me may not be bad omen for you.
Okay. Like what you told about positive and negative?
Yeah, positive and negative. If I see that is there implicitly in all the other chapters. If you understand carefully, you will understand. So, for example, I do not know whether some assume that morning itself you are seeing the head of a buffalo chopped and then kept in front of your house. For you, it's a bad omen. But you know, this is what is used by Tibetan people for decoration. Every house they keep that, and that is considered.
Especially in hunters.
Yeah, hunters' house. In my house.
Even in Kerala also we
have. In my house also, we have a big such decoration items. Probably would have been many, because it's supposed to be a great. I'll tell you. Assume that in front of your house there is a the backbone piece. I don't think everybody will pick it up and then keep it in your drawer. But I remember from America and from a small river, I got a small bond piece which was nicely how the synovial joints will work. I can explain. So I picked it up, traveled all the way. It's there at Nanam house also. In my drawer, it is there. Will somebody keep somebody's bond inside that drawer?
No, generally not.
Not. See, for that is actually your concern, your thinking. You are thinking that it is something very bad. Nothing is bad. Only thing you should think it as positive, it is positive. That's all your set of mind. Purne manasi sampurnam. Jagat sarvam sudhadravahi. If I love somebody, I see them, it's a very great thing. If I don't like them, I see them, it's a bad one. So bad and good, it's all psychological. So health is psychological, omen is also psychological.
But there is another paragraph, like scientists who reported, but there were some omissions in that paragraph also. I did not get the correct meaning of the paragraph because there were some omissions in the paragraph. I wrote some other omissions also. Okay, to enhance your ability to see auras, you must remember these things. There was a paragraph, but it did not.
You just mark it and send it because I did not work. See, my basic way of doing is I will not spend too much time on looking.
Okay.
So what happens is sometimes I remember those were all typed by me.
Yeah.
And then it kept there for so many days. I did not even look at it. I wrote it on and then entered it. recently I felt that no, some of them I have to upload onto blog so that I will not miss it. Then what I did was, what version I had, you can imagine it's something which is written 13 to 10 years back. So now I am not
19
staying.
years back actually.
Yeah, I am not staying in the house where I used to be. So my backups are there. I did not even go to that house for long years, almost for 430 days. I am only.
Soon after the corona, you shifted to this house.
Yeah, even before that. But those time it was repairing, and then I shifted some items there. I did not even open my old box to see what backup is there, what is there in computer, what would have been. That is what I have posted. I have not even reread it before posting it. So it will be best. It will be best and it will be helpful if you can mark me this page, this portion, or send that portion, and then tell me this is where the something is missing. I'll be very glad.
Definitely, I will do that.
Then I can rewrite it, add something, and then send it also.
I actually have a lot of corrections and omissions which I found out, but I didn't know how it was how it needs to be articulated to you.
Yeah, you can just send me this portion, something is missing. I don't know when I will attend it. Sometime sometime takes long time with the lectures. Today morning I had a lecture from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Oh my God, 3 hours.
3 hours. And then
you didn't. Why don't you take any break? Because you have to sit long, right?
No, but that happened to be a school starting day, and they wanted me to talk to the teachers, parents, and students. So I sat continuously. It just finished. Soon after that, I asked my son to make kanji. So he kept a cooker without putting the belt. When I went, I found that he did not put the belt. So I put it. Then he was chopping the carrot for making sabji. So I made that sabji very fast. Then I had kanji. So that's why when you said 2:30 it's not there, I immediately said fine, cool. By the time I took my recorded versions, I plugged it in for copying, so that I know copying takes some 15 minutes. So it did not finish. So in between I interrupted to join you at 3 o'clock. It takes long time. More than that, it takes the time for editing, processing, relook at it, listen to that. All that takes long time.
Yeah.
For last 400 and almost 30 days, I am posting every day one video. So it takes, you can imagine how much time it takes for editing it.
Yeah, I know that. Then there was, I don't know whether this is correct or not, but as far as what I know, how there was a mention that Kali, the 10th incarnation of, is it Kali?
Kali.
Or
Kali.
Kali, the 10th incarnation of Vishnu, but Kalki is the 10th incarnation.
Kali Kala.
Okay.
See, whether it is Kalki or Kali, it is Kaligala. Kalau karta yugam karma sadaya kartum ishtadi swamidrohi idam matva idaram badade Kali. In those lokas and all, Kali is what is used. Kalki is a English, maybe modern people called it, but traditionally it was called Kali. Kalau karta yugam karma sadaya kartum ishtadi swamidrohi idam matva idaram badade Kali. And it is called the Kali Yugam. Therefore, it is Kali.
I'm sorry, I'm slightly out of my mind right now.
We'll do it later. It's almost 2 hours. Saturday, Sunday, generally too many lectures. The other day I had yoga inauguration.
I wrote many things, but I don't know how to coordinate that.
Yeah, you can relook at it. Right? You can imagine when you cannot write down few questions and coordinate. How can I write books with the coordinate? So it takes time, right? And I'm lazy looking at reading my own book sometimes. So when I read, what happens is, see what happens, why I'm not reading. When I read, I wanted to rewrite the whole thing. That feeling will come.
Actually, I had more presence of mind when I called, but soon after listening to so many...
no, today I spoke more than probably not answering your questions, because Okay, when you asked some thoughts came, I never recorded, I never spoke, never put it in paper. So I thought this is
But,
one.
but it was really wonderful to listen to you, to all the incidents. Um, okay, that is. Then, is this koshas, are these koshas synonymous with the body concept of
Same.
Western?
Annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha, manonmaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha. They are called astral bodies. The astral bodies, they call it in English, and we call it as kosha means body. Like Rajyam traditionally was called not country.
No.
In which village you are coming from, I will ask which Rajyam you are from.
Rajyam.
Right. So there are lot of colloquial local versions which people use. We have to understand contextual. See, it's beautiful to learn Vastu Shastra from the traditional books. Modern people never understand it. 1 meter is different for each caste. 1 feet is not 1 feet. 1 feet for Brahmin, they will only have house should have 14 feet by 14 feet hall. Say. But 14 feet for Brahmin is different from 14 feet for a Shudra.
Because the scale is different for them.
Yeah, scale is different. Can you imagine, for me 1 kg is different, for you 1 kg is different. How do you write it in a book which people don't understand? That's how our textbooks are written. That is one of the biggest problem. Our way of looking at things are entirely different from the Western way of looking at things. Therefore, when we translate and get back to us, it looks, how can it be? We don't understand that. That's a problem.
Okay, doctor. Then there was a question like evil. There's a universal, there's a worldly concept like evil eye. In foreign countries also they...
Everywhere. See, whatever, there is nothing called the foreign. All that drifti, shakunam, whatever we call, this is there in Oman. When you go, there are local people, they really practice it even today. When you go to black magic, there are UK people believe black magic much more than probably Indians are believing today. There are black magic everywhere. That is why sometimes my book on Devi Sankalpa is much more read by most of the people from abroad, and they connect me immediately. They want to talk to me. There are rich people from Tamil Nadu who were very, very rich. Millions of dollars business they do. They find a problem and they come, they talk to me immediately and say that no, this is a black magic done by so and so person. They are doing it. These people are doing. We have such consultations come. Even within this last 1 year, I had at least 2-3 cases. They landed up me because I have written a book on Devi Sankalpa.
Okay, but may I know how do you find solutions?
No, it's all problem based.
I don't know whether I am barging too much. No. I'm sorry.
See, what I do is I look at holistically. I look at Vastu. I look at practical their management skill problems and then business aspects. I will also look at their horoscope. And we will also take up a lot of stories, counseling. Understand, there can be everything together. There is nothing, one single solution for all the problems. I have to put everything together to find some solution. So how do I check whether it's only that problem? See, a very, very great man who wanted to do some great marketing of one of the food product which he has. He said, this is that problem, this problem and all that. I said, asked him, I will find some marketing person here, send me some samples. Whatever sample came was expired at least a year back. Do you think somebody who is very serious in business will do like this?
No, definitely not.
See, we have to, it is not the thumb rule which applies everywhere. This is the solution which we give, right? Got it? There are many, many different small things which will have to connect together. So my solutions are not the same for everybody. For everyone, solutions based on many, many aspects.
And for evil eye, people use a pendant now. There is an eye pendant.
Same.
Everybody uses that. And I think in Gulf countries they use a hand-like symbol also. It is known as hand of Fatima or some.
Generally, it is more in Oman area.
They use a hand-like.
There are beautiful movies created, Omani movies on this black magic and such things. They call it in different Muslims. They call it a different name. You see, I'll tell you, even in Kerala, even in north places. When I went to Oman, also I went to Salalah. There was a place like a mosque. It's not like a dargah, where many people come and they do this. They take the broom sort of a thing which is made out of the peacock, feather. They do this and then say your problem is over. Benjamin. We keep seeing it. I've seen in Gulf country. I've seen in different places. It's their part of, whether it's a belief, whether it is psychologically to be treated. It's all mix of everything. It all depends on who is doing, whether you have trust on him. See, that matters a lot. So you are psychologically feeling, yeah, it's good, it's solved. Temples are also like that. It's more psychological. There are a lot of temples which doesn't have any energy also in Kerala. And not badly maintained. But still people go there and then it's good. Ultimately what is required is whether it's good or bad doesn't matter. It has to serve the purpose, that's it.
Okay, doctor, whatever that I have mentioned about the omissions and mistakes, those are just my humble...
No, I will like to see. I don't think anybody has read it after my posting. You asked it. I don't even remember that I posted. In fact, I had an intention to post it. So I just Googled and found out, did I post? Yeah, I posted. Then I send it to you. See, sometimes there is a requirement, somebody looks at it, somebody reads it. I am not even writing poetries, or I am not doing it because, see, we invest a lot of time. It's a great effort. Now, assume that this video of 2 hours I have to edit. I have to cut it into different pieces, look at it. I invest nearly 6 hours for editing a 2 hours video. But then nobody even look at it, comment it, nobody share it. Not even some single person who comes and says that, no, yeah, so and so person told me and then I have looked at it. Therefore we feel, why should I do? But still I am doing it because this is the only record which I may go tomorrow. So what I have done, what I have learned, probably that's the only thing which I can leave behind me. I don't have bank balance. I don't have anything else. This is my credit in my life, which I think needs to be shared. So I am doing it. Whether somebody looks at it or not, if today, tomorrow, doesn't matter. So I will be glad when somebody looks at it, read it. And that has to be, I take it positive. I told, I am not very seriously reading it to know the mistakes. Proofreading itself. See, I'll tell you, when I am reading Life Made Simple, whatever I wrote exactly, I have left it to somebody for editing, for which I paid a lot of money also to somebody. And that person has to send me to Delhi. From there, I have to send it to, it's not digital, it's all hard copy, you can imagine. And then I have to send it to Calicut for printing. I had a full trust on somebody who recommended where money was paid. I told them directly, you send it to the Calicut address, so let it go for printing. When it came out, it had lot of spelling mistakes. It was so horrible. And I released that book in Delhi, everywhere. You understood, with full mistakes. But nothing wrong, because it was only a chat between me and my students on social network, which as it is dumped. But when somebody corrects it, we have a faith, right? But then, luckily, without knowing all this, I have written there. There can be many mistakes. And I will be very happy to redo it without mistakes. All unnecessarily I wrote. Exactly what I wrote came into that book. I never knew that it was I never want, nobody writes like this. You will have mistake in your book, who will write? So I wrote it. I am ready to take such things. Right? So this happens. But then second version, it's not that simple to print. Maybe
Yeah,
digitally it is easy. You know how much worth the book would have been in Naduvil, which is totally gone waste now because heavy rain. All the roof has fallen once because of a big tree fallen on that. Maintained it back. I'm not even seeing what happened there. My whole library, books, and digital things are all lying in some other house where it's only 6 kilometers. I'm not even gone there for last 1 year. Because I don't believe tomorrow if I die, what is there? If it is there, if I look at it, don't look at it. The value of things around you has gone zero. I don't have any materialistic items which are in different places have no value for me now. Not now, earlier also it was not there. My guru told once, money is like the dust when I walk when I walk in the dust, what the dust is pushed behind in my path, that is the value of material things and money in life. Understood? So that's all what we have.
I ask you a question that is quite personal. Have you ever enjoyed your job?
I enjoyed my job. I have got books written on what I did in my office. Even now I have got a group of people, scientists who have conversation with me, which is called map making groups and all that.
No, sir. I'm saying like maybe physically you were really good at it.
Yeah, I was. See, I'll tell you.
Mental space was.
Yeah, mental space was also. See, I am very. One day when my office, there was a Bharat Bandh. People don't go to office. I walked almost 18 kilometers to go to my office. I don't know. I want to skip.
I'm sorry for asking that.
No, I'll tell you. People don't.
That is bad.
No, I'll tell you. We had a big equipment which was purchased from America, which was supposed to be maintained by one company from Bombay, who were trained in America for dismantling, resetting, maintenance and all that. One Krishna Kumar, one ex-army person was the person who was only trained in that. Okay. So we had an office very far from the city when Adrin started. Office where I worked started in a little far away place. Balanagar and beyond that, GD Metla one place. It was a small shed in which we started. When the equipment came, I was the person who was opening up the box, helping, sitting beside him to every nut and bolt. I love such jobs also. So I got trained by putting it into place, looking at the manual, where what is to be fixed. All that, along with that private company, scientists need not do all this job. But I was so keen learning. So where we used to work day and night, 3 days, 4 days. The equipment was almost 1.5 crores those days. One equipment. And I am the only person who worked on that equipment maximum number of continuous hours. Where I must have worked a night also to complete some task. I was very work. That is called a stereo plotter. So we have got 2 pictures taken from the space, can be put together, and from there I can see 3D and then map everything. That is how the maps are generated. So I was looking at a different part of the world where our military interest. I see, that's a thrilling experience. It's like a police catching a thief, right? You are searching for something, making it a report and sending it to somebody, sending it to those days. Sharad Pawar was the defense minister. So until I finished my job, make it a print and then parcel it, send somebody to airport. He will take it to Delhi airport. From there it goes to his office. These are all something which was thrilling experience. So I enjoyed. But then when we shifted to that office, from that place to another place, the whole equipment has to be repacked and then re-established. I did it. That time Krishna Kumar was telling, we will call somebody from abroad. I said, you call him, but I will also work. And somebody from America came. I was there along with him to look at how it can be done. I was physically doing it. So it's all great experience of working with ISRO probably have taught me a lot of things. When we had a great scanner, like now scanner is very common. Every phone is also a scanner. But we want scanners which can scan minute details for military applications in India. Where from Space Department, one expert was sent, that was me. I am not a hardware man at all. No electronics, no mechanical engineering, no computer science engineering. I am a mathematician. But I turned myself into an electronics repairing ability where I am trained in Vexel scanner. And that certificate itself is good enough for me to get a great job in electronics departments.
Sir, I'm taking back my question. I'm sorry for that.
Understood. And I got the training program. I got that scanner, got it installed in Delhi by myself. I used to certify the maintenance. I used to know how to even now give that equipment. Now I will do it. That's my courage. We have to go to Vexel, Austria. My first trip to Austria was that. I went to Graz. Graz experience.
You told that story in
Graz. The water.
sessions.
The pure water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't think that, see, there are a lot of people who wanted to go there, but they chose
But
somebody
you were the only one who
selected.
was selected to go there.
So, I'm sure the 20 years of span, I made lot of different activities in my office which I can only do that probably. Others will only work according to the rules. I break rules sometimes. I break rule. I don't think any government office, any scientific office in India would have given a music system which you can plug in and listen to music and work. By government fund, I did it.
Okay, didn't you have any other people saying that you are not allowed to do that?
My director himself objected.
Then how did you convince?
I said the director need not see anything new. Director cannot permit because there is no earlier precedence. So I will go to chairman. So I will go to the higher up.
Chairman.
Yeah, I went to chairman for approval. See, earlier cloth was only the window curtains. After that, the aluminium sheet came which can be tilted. Government system doesn't say that in your office room you can have an aluminium sliding curtain. I said I am going to put it.
Okay, you are telling about the Venetian blinds. Yeah,
Venetian blinds was not permitted in government office. That time, the first office probably Venetian blinds was put in was in my office. I said I am going to do it. Okay. I went to Delhi. My office was so shabby, in which I told you the Tulsi plant. It was so shabby. I said until this floor is retiled, this is whitewashed, I want this color, then only I will sit in this room. How dare you? I said no, otherwise I will sit in library, you can send me files there, I will see there only. I sat in library for a week. I said I will not enter that room is not convenient for me, I don't want to sit there. Then people said, see the CPWD, Central Construction Company, like a different office, you have to send a request, people have to take it and then it will go to this office, it have to go to ministry for approval. It takes 3 months. I said, tomorrow get me a vehicle, I am going. With the file, went around and then finished everything in 1 week. Approval was there, contractor was there, everything was done in 10 days. Every fellow who was working in Delhi for years together was thinking, what is it? Is it possible? See, intention, commitment, that will make things happen, I'll tell you. And I was keen. You can see how my house constructed, from what shape to what shape, how much time I took. Everything by picture, it's available in the video.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, there was one engineer, structural engineer, contractors, engineers, civil engineers. They came and said, you cannot modify this house. Everything will collapse. You will have to have a concrete belt around and then from there you have to connect. I said, nothing doing. You go. I will do it. The whole construction was done by one of my classmates who knows only to construct compound walls, never did a roofing, never did a concreting. I said, I am there. You do as I am saying. For approval and sometime requirement of buying items, I got an engineer from Payyanur. He used to visit, and for him that was a new experience. That's how we do. See, a technical job I enjoy. As I enjoy my technical job, I enjoy my farming. As I am enjoying farming, I enjoy my cooking. As I am enjoying my cooking, probably I enjoy my lectures. Right.
That was a huge lot for me.
I'll tell you during why I am saying during those days, probably a scientist going around and giving lectures every holiday, every evening, every morning, go to Ramakrishna Math. Even my wife would have got. She is also a scientist in same office, right? Most of my scientist community doesn't know that I'm doing it, but my wife knows. And I did not want to expose it to my office because I don't want somebody to mock at people. There can be many different opinions, right?
And there will be people saying that, why is he doing that?
Why is he doing? I remember. See,
you can calmly sit on the desk.
Yeah, I remember from my house to office, cantonment maintains a road. The road was so bad; it has got lot of ditches. He don't want to. The cantonment board doesn't want to do it. Military people did not object. They did not do it. So it was so bad. So what I did was one day I picked up my children, my wife, my friends, everybody on the road. We are going to repair it. See, Kerala in some villages probably it's a normal practice, but in Hyderabad city and all never happened in its history. And when I was doing it, my director was driving on that road. Next day he called me and smashed. Got it? I took a big bucket and road repairing fund.
Road maintenance, okay.
And then my children were collecting money from every motorbike. They also enjoyed. I got some, those days 8,000 rupees was collected. And you know what happened? The military soldiers came and then told me who is doing it without our permission.
Then
you cannot do that. I said, no, where is your boss? I will come and meet him. So I went and met him. So I had a nice cup of tea and then he said, don't worry, I will send my boys, they will repair for you. But what I'm saying is you need courage, you need that initiative, you need that push, which I had. I don't know, now I don't have that much.
This one is not courage, this one is more than courage.
Yeah,
especially you are actually.
And next day newspaper, it was a big news. With my picture repairing roads and all that. I'll tell you, my wife was not fully supportive, but then there was a great thing which happened. My wife's father expired in an accident. We wanted to have tickets to travel to Kerala. We didn't get. We were in the airport standing whether we will get 4 tickets because me, my wife, and then no chance at all. Those days, getting a flight ticket is a big VVIP's task, last moment. But then I found an unknown person came and then took my luggage, took me inside, put me inside the aircraft, and I asked him, who are you? Sir, I attended your class. Got it? I remember in Madhamardandamai's birthday celebration, I was a chief speaker in Cochin. From there, I was traveling to Thiruvananthapuram. Then immediately when TT came, actually my tickets, not like today, we cannot book online, right? So Amritanandamai group from Cochin booked my ticket to Thiruvananthapuram. So in there, they have written my age as 60. That time I was 38 or 37. So the TT came and then saw the ticket and said, you, Shashi Kumar, I have seen the age. I told by mistake it's not booked by me. I was telling all my problems to him. See, anybody can have problems like that. It's a mistake from me. So I said, it's my mistake. It's not booked by me. I came for this. Sir, I attended your class. I was not asking any question. I was just wanted to confirm it's you who gave a talk in so and so. So we see the benefit of such small contacts in different places.
Okay. So may I interrupt?
Yeah.